أعزائي الطلبة والطالبات، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. مرحبا بكم في درس جديد من دروس النهاردة. معكم عادل بسيوني ومستمرين مع كتاب فايف ستارز، والنهاردة البداية من صفحة 83 وراح على طول للسؤال الأول. choose the correct answer، اختر الإجابة الصحيحة. مستر أحمد graduated Cairo University in 2001. graduated from، تخرج من. Many astronauts were sent into space، إلى الفضاء. Neil Armstrong was the first astronaut on the moon. To walk on the moon. Ali is dreaming of becoming a doctor. ومن صفحة 87 تعال نشوف complete with the correct form، أكمل بالصيغة الصحيحة. I have been working in this bank for 10 years. يبقى have been. شاهد عند حبيبة have been working. Mariam has been waiting for father at the airport since 2 o'clock. Mustafa has been reading the newspaper for 3 hours. Mr. Muhammad has been working. Have you been waiting? وراح على طول السؤال الثاني choose the correct answer، اختر الإجابة الصحيحة. What have you been doing the last 30 minutes؟ طبعا هنا هقول for the last 30 minutes. How long has Magda's father been working؟ has been working ده زمن المضارع التام المستمر اللي بيتكون من have أو has been والفعل زائد ing، واللي بيعبر عن حدث بدأ في الماضي وما زال مستمرا. ومن صفحة 89 تعال نشوف السؤال الأول. complete the sentence with the correct form، أكمل بالصيغة الصحيحة. Lena knew the best room in the hotel because she had been there before. We take a taxi to the beach after the train had left. طبعا after يجي بعدها ماضي تام، والجملة اللي قبلها بتكون ماضي بسيط، يبقى التصريف الثاني للفعل، وبالتالي هتصبح الإجابة took. He didn't telephone me until he. طبعا till و until يجي قبليهم ماضي بسيط منفي، والجملة الثانية بتكون في زمن الماضي التام. يعني ايه الماضي التام؟ يعني had والتصريف الثالث للفعل، يبقى had got. Before مجدي returned home. ليه returned؟ علشان يا شباب هنا return في الماضي التام بعد before، يبقى التصريف الثاني للفعل بإضافة دي أو ed. فاطمة never heard about Italian before. before في النص يجي قبلها ماضي تام، يبقى had never heard. after كريم do his homework. طبعا after يجي بعدها ماضي تام، يبقى had done his homework. choose the correct answer، اختر الإجابة الصحيحة. after we had visited the museum. ليه had visited؟ علشان يا شباب after يجي بعدها ماضي تام. what had you eaten؟ what had you eaten؟ وليه had you eaten؟ علشان هنا ماضي تام، لأن before يجي قبلها ماضي تام وبعدها ماضي بسيط. نروح نكمل مع complete with the correct form، أكمل بالصيغة الصحيحة. I thanked my friends because he had helped me. he had helped me. لأن because يجي بعدها إيه يا شباب؟ يجي بعدها ماضي تام وقبلها ماضي بسيط، يبقى had helped. after we had collected. وليه had collected؟ لأن يا شباب after يجي بعدها ماضي تام. before his death، قبل الوفاة، the author published. لا had published، ماضي تام. before I left، لأن before يجي بعدها ماضي بسيط، والجملة الثانية بتكون في الماضي التام. yesterday I went to the club after I had finished. I didn't send the report until I had revised it. have you ever What have you been dreaming? I haven't been. Ahmed has been reading. Hiba has been dying. Yunus has been reading. ومن صفحة 90 تعال نشوف finish the following dialogue. أكمل هذا الحوار. Noah is telling Sarah about her friend who lives in New York. تقول لها عن صاحبها اللي بيعيش في نيويورك. ندى بدأت الكلام وقالت I have a friend who lives in New York. Really? How do you communicate? قالت لها I communicate with her using social media. Do you use your laptop? قالت لها No, I use my phone. Sound is good. يبدو جميل. How many cameras does it have? It has 4 cameras. Good. I want to buy one. قالت لها I can come with you to buy a new mobile phone. قالت لها thank you. شكرا لك. تعال نروح نشوف السؤال الثاني واللي بيقول read and complete the text with words from the following list. A go businessman lost model recently successful. My older brother is my role model. He is a businessman. He started his own company 2 years ago. He always works hard. He has meeting there 3 days a week. He traveled to different countries. All the workers like him. He is a successful person. روح على طول للسؤال الثالث. Read and complete and answer the questions. Japan is one of the most developed countries in the world. Its capital city, Tokyo, is one of the largest and the busiest modern cities in the world. But for travelers to Japan, there are many interesting places which are not well known for tourists. Here are 2 places which are not commonly visited. Takayama is a beautiful old city town in the mountains. It still has an ancient street market as well as a farmer's market along the river. Some of the beautiful is in Takayama are more than 400 years old. A few of the oldest houses are now museums where visitors can see what life in Japan was like in the past. Near Takayama is an old village where you can still see traditional carpenters at work. Yamadera is a collection of temple buildings on the side of a mountain. It's difficult to climb up the temple, but the view is beautiful. تعال نروح للسؤال الأول واللي بيقول choose the correct answer. The best title of this or for this passage is Unknown Japanese Cities. The underlined commonly means usually. In Takayama, you can see how the Japanese life was in the past. Summarize the third paragraph. الباراجراف الثالث. تعال نشوف الملخص بتاعه ونعلم عليه في الفقرة. الباراجراف الثالث. Yamadera is a collection of temple buildings on the side of mountain. ده طبعا إجابة السؤال الكام يا شباب؟ السؤال الرابع. أما السؤال الخامس how can Takayama and Yamadera be known by many tourists in the future؟ ازاي الناس تقدر تعرف عنهم يا شباب؟ طبعا من خلال السوشيال ميديا. Which city has 2 markets? What are they؟ يا ترى أي المدن عندها سوقين وهم إيه؟ تعال نشوف في الفقرة ونعلم عليهم. طبعا هنا تاكاياما دي نص الإجابة الأولى. It still has ancient market as well as farmers market along the river. طبعا دي إجابة السؤال الكام يا شباب؟ السادس. بعد كده choose the correct answer، اختر الإجابة الصحيحة. Is a machine is in space that goes around the earth. طبعا هنا satellite، القمر الصناعي. Is a force which attracts things to or people to the center of the earth. طبعا هنا الجاذبية gravity. Is a large spacecraft where people live and work. Space station. As a person who traveled into space. Astronaut. Is a piece of equipment we use to see that far away. طبعا ده telescope. Is a person who studies something carefully. Researcher الباحث. Do you know that Mars is one of the 8 planets in our solar system? Aza loves studying the stars and the planets. She wants to be an astronaut. The best camera has a very good lens. The moon, the earth. طبعا هنا orbits بيدور حوالين الأرض. To give the negative of the word true. بقول untrue. To give the noun of the verb discover. فبحط لها y علشان تبقى discovery. To give the negative of the word popular. طبعا هنا أقول unpopular. What is the antonym of global? Global يعني عالمي، فبالتالي local. The suffix turns the word compete to a noun. طبعا competition منافسة. To give the adverb from the word recent, we add the suffix ly. The word false is similar in meaning to false, wrong. روح على طول السؤال الخامس. complete with the correct form. أكمل بالصيغة الصحيحة. Astronomers space with their eyes before the telescope was invented. يبقى had studied. Students were amazed to know that the ancient Egyptians had discovered. After we had collected. People didn't know much about stars until scientists had used. Hans had invented telescope before people knew. People believed Ptolemy's ideas for centuries after he had died. أشكر لكم طيب المتابعة، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.